Good evening. I am Uche Nwaneri with the Observant Lineman. I'm here to report to you today at 12:35 a.m. Jacksonville, Florida time, Urban Meyer, the 2-11 head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars, mired in controversy, has been given his pink slips. He is out of here.
See if you can read this. You're fired. Get the fuck out!
This has been nothing less than the most unbelievable season for the Jacksonville Jaguars. A dumpster fire, to say the least, going all the way back to the offseason. And it has not let up, not for 1 minute. And today, with Josh Lambo reporting that Urban Meyer had actually kicked him and talked shit to him during a preseason warm-up, it seems as if that was the last straw that finally broke Shad Khan's back when it comes to supporting Urban Meyer. Now, I think everyone felt like this was long overdue. This was something that I feel personally should have came when Urban Meyer decided he wasn't going to fly back with the Jaguars after their tough Week 4 loss to the Bengals on Thursday night. He decided to stay in Ohio at his bar and put his hand up some young lady's backside, and it was seen by the world. A viral moment, if you will. Now, with all of that being said, the Jacksonville Jaguars now have to pick up the pieces, because this ridiculous hire that I called from the very beginning when I said that the Jaguars fell for the sexy hire instead of going after tried and true NFL coaches, this sexy hire that Shad Khan came out in front of the nation and said, I got this one right, has proven to be a farce. For many who've been watching my channels, you know how I feel about Urban Meyer. He doesn't understand football on the very strategic level that you have to be able to understand the game to be able to actually compete in the NFL. He doesn't understand team building. He doesn't understand building culture. And the reports that we've been getting out of Jacksonville since the start of the season have been that of a coach who is arrogant, that of a coach who is narcissistic, that of a coach who does not understand that you have to respect grown men if you want them to follow you into battle, proverbial battle being football games on Sundays. But I digress. The Jacksonville Jaguars now have to start over. They have to start over. Now, let's take a look at these tweets from Adam Schefter. Urban Meyer signed a 5-year contract with the Jaguars in January 2021. He didn't make it to the 1-year mark. I think if you look at the history of Urban Meyer, then you know that this is not a coach who does well under fire. This is not a coach who is willing to face adversity head on. He passes the buck. He throws people under buses. He makes veiled threats to his staff. These are all things that he brought from the college ranks. These are things that he built his culture around at the college level. But on the NFL level, it shall not pass.
You shall not pass!
You cannot come to the professional level of football and act the fool. And you know, that's what he did. He came to the pro level. He was given the keys to a nice Lamborghini. Let's call it a Jaguar. And he proceeded to wreck it almost immediately. And this is really, in a way, delayed justice for the players in Jacksonville, because those are the people that I'm really thinking about, the players whose livelihoods are on the line because of decisions that Urban Meyer made. James Robinson, a guy who was benched for 5 or 6 weeks of the season. He's been in and out of the rotation almost as if an afterthought, because Urban Meyer wanted to play a guy that he coached. And the Jaguars offense has been nothing but stagnant throughout this entire saga because of decisions like that. He had a quarterback competition between Gardner Minshew and the first overall pick of the NFL draft. Are you kidding me? Trevor Lawrence should not be competing for the starting job. That's what you drafted him to do. He is the transcendent talent that's been brought to the NFL, And the Jaguars are now custodians of his development into the future. And that is probably the biggest reason I personally think that Shad Khan decided to get rid of Urban Meyer. Because if nothing else, as bad as the Jaguars have been, it's been heartbreaking to watch Trevor Lawrence and his confidence just ever so slightly crack under relentlessly ridiculous strategy as an offense that has struggled to maintain any momentum through the course of the season, and it's only gotten worse as the adversity got bigger, as the distractions got larger. And the main distraction, the only real distraction for the Jaguars has been Urban Meyer. And I'll say this, I don't think that Urban Meyer ever had the Jaguars locker room. I don't think that he ever had the respect of those players, because respect is earned, it's not given. And he showed very little to the players and the coaches. So why would they give him any? Why would they give him any? There's no reason to respect someone who doesn't give you the shred of dignity you deserve as a player. There's no reason to respect someone who, because of a single mistake, determines that you're not worthy of being a premier player on the team, even though your performance says much different. He didn't last one season. To a certain extent, I didn't expect Shad Khan to do this. I didn't expect Shad Khan to fire Urban Meyer because, of course, he owes a ton of money to him. But now you have cause to fire him when he gets into a physical altercation with a player, with an employee, something that I'm sure in his contract, along with what he did after week 4 in Cincinnati, probably gives Shad Khan the out that he needs to void the contract without having to pay any additional money. And I mean, look, if I'm Shad Khan, you got to swallow this pill. You got to swallow this pill. You got it wrong. It's okay to get it wrong. You got it wrong pretty fucking bad, but you can recover from this. Now you know that college ranks are not the place to go to find your next head coach for an NFL team. It would have to take an exceptional college coach from a strategic standpoint, not from a fame standpoint, not from a exposure standpoint, from a strategic standpoint, from a philosophical standpoint. It would take an exceptional college coach to move from the college ranks into the NFL and have any success. And this shows that you can't have a CEO coach in the NFL. You have to have somebody who understands how to build culture, how to bring teammates together, how to get your players and to get that building to fly your banner and follow you onto the field on Sundays. And you can't do that just by having a big name, just by saying cliches about football and writing books about those cliches and making tons of money off those cliches, whether it be in the book or whether it be on College Game Day on Saturdays. These are not things that translate to the NFL. So with that, we move on to the next tweet here. With Urban Meyer out, Darrell Bevell will serve as interim head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars for the balance of the 2021 season. So it's safe to say, with now Darrell Bevell being the interim head coach, that they're probably going to clean house when this is all said and done. And hey, you know, probably not a bad idea. Probably not a bad idea. Now, of course, as we get closer to the end of the season, there will be opportunities for teams to interview with coaches who are currently working with other teams. I'm sure there is going to be a list compiled for Shad Khan of serious candidates. Eric Bieniemy's out there. You could even say Byron Leftwich potentially could be someone who the Jaguars could look to bring in as a head coach. Doug Peterson has been a name that's been thrown around every now and again. But I really feel that this was something that had to be done because this guy has really, I have never seen anything like this. And I'm telling you, I lived through something similar in Jacksonville with Mike Mularkey as the head coach. And with all the things that went wrong on the field, with all the things that went wrong with wins and losses, we didn't have issues off the field with Mike Mularkey. Urban Meyer has had nothing but issues. When you bring that kind of arrogance, and this is the same thing that players will tell rookies when they come into the NFL. We don't care what you did in college because none of it matters. What you do on this level, you have to prove through production that you are worthy of being here. And that goes for coaches as well. You have to prove your worth. You have to earn your stripes. And Urban Meyer did everything but earn his stripes, but prove his worth He thought it was just going to be given to him like it was on the college level. No, 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 my friend. Not in my house. So, with all that being said and done, I am your observant lineman. Hit the like button if you like this video and subscribe if you haven't already done so. I hope you guys are feeling about as jubilant as I am about the firing of Urban Meyer, just being reported by Adam Schefter over the last 20, 30 minutes. But I will catch you guys on the next one. I hope everyone has a nice night. And